Hello there and welcome back to another Thunderous Productions tutorial. I'm the madman behind the mic, Jag Thunder, and this is Minecraft. And what's up everybody and welcome back to another tutorial. This one is ripped straight out of my Build It Better series, and this one is on trains. So if you're following the series, you've already seen what I have to show you for this tutorial. If not, we're going to take a real quick look, and you're going to be needing at least the PC version and 1.5 and above with the quartz blocks and those updates to make these. Those on the Xbox or on a lower version. Why you're on a lower version, I'm not really sure why. You can make these, but you'll have to improvise on some of the parts where I use the upside down stairs and the slabs that go on the underside of the blocks, or until on the Xbox when you get them. So if you're watching this and you have that update, just disregard that message that I just gave you. Alright, so let's take a real quick look what we're going to be building today. We've got single engines, and as you can see, yes, you can use blocks other than the quartz blocks, and they do work. So, but right here on the back side, this is where the upside down pieces go. Again, those don't have to be there. And like I said, you can make it out of any color wool that you want to, or any square block that you want to, which they're all square blocks now, aren't they? We've got some netherrack fencing we're going to be putting on, and again, you can use wooden ones there. And this is the double-sided engine. It's the same thing as this here. It's stretched out a little bit in the middle, and it's the same on both ends. So I'm going to show you how to be making that. We've got some really simple flat cars down here, and I'm going to be showing you how to make those. Really easy. And then the last thing that we'll show you is how to put together a passenger train. So I've got a passenger car to show you and how to make that by itself, and then also how to connect it to another one. And then way down there on the end I have a sleeper car, so I'll show you that real quick so you can get some ideas. And then of course how to make the rail beds. And that's it. So let's get this fucker rolling. Alright, so I've dropped down in my schematic world, and before those that ask, this map will eventually be up for download. I'm still working on it. This is where I've dropped all my big builds over the past couple years as a YouTuber and a Minecrafter. This is where I put them all, and this is where people can get the schematics for all my builds. So anyways, this is dropped in here now, and oh yeah, the map will be up for download, and as soon as I get done with it. I've got some other stuff in here. I got some cranes. Probably got a tutorial out on that already. There's my submarines in the back, and I've got tutorials on all this stuff. If this is the first time you're around my channel, I've got battleships and a carrier sitting over there. My distance is shut down just a little bit. I don't have it opened up like I usually do. But anyways, we're here for the fucking trains, so let's build some trains. Alright, the first thing that we need to do is we need to build a rail bed, and this is completely up to you how you want to do this. This is just how I do mine, and you can trim it out as you saw in the BIB world in the intro part of this. I had it outlined in wooden blocks, so this here is just out in the open so you can see what it looks like. It's made out of gravel and then wooden half slabs, and then I used anvils. I don't think I've ever seen anybody else use these before, so I think this should be a first, which is pretty awesome. And the texture pack that I'm using is a modified version of Minecraft for Kids that is no longer supported, but I've taken it and I've added some things to it, and you can check that out in the Build It Better series, and there's also a link in the description for that if you want this texture pack. But I'll let you know what I'm using if you're not really sure when you look at it. So anyways, there's that's how you make the rail bed. Real simple. You got to keep it flat. It doesn't turn real well, so if you plan on turning your tracks anywhere, either start it at the level that you pretty much want it around your world. If you want to elevate it and put it on trestles, leave it on fucking trestles and don't turn it, because it doesn't turn real well. If you set your anvils down, what am I? Oh, that's a fucking button. No wonder it doesn't turn well. If you do, some sort of a sideways turn like this, and then start turning your anvils, I guess it would work from the air for like an aerial view, but I didn't think it looked real good. And I did try steps, cobblestone stairs, and also stone stairs, and that's what I started the rails with, and I just set them down in here and had them turned to the inside. And I guess I can show you real quick. I don't have any on me, so I'll go ahead and grab me a set of fucking wooden stairs so you can see what it looks like. Or what I'm talking about. You just turn the rails to the inside like this, and that can be your rail bed going that way. Same thing on the outside here. So you just replace these with the anvils, or you can turn them to the outside. I was already facing the right way. You can turn them like that. They look a little thinner that way. Again, using your stone or your cobblestone stairs. Jag wanted a thicker look for the rails, so I started messing around, and that's how I came up with the anvils. So, all right, we have a track bed here, and the first one we're going to build is, where the fuck is it? We're going to go ahead and build the standard one-sided engine, which is this one right here. And again, you can make it out of quartz blocks or any kind of wool block. We are going to be using the yellow and the black, and our cobblestone half slabs. So we'll get rid of that and get a spot open. And I've already got my buttons, and there's the wheels, iron blocks. I've already got those. And I'm just saying this out loud so that you guys can see what I've got and what we're going to be using. And these are item frames. This is like a last minute trim. You don't have to put these on. That was just something else that I wanted. And this is an iron door. And again, this is the texture pack that I'm using, so that's why it looks like a battleship door. All right, let's go over and build this fucker, all right? All right, go to your black wool, and we're going to start by putting the wheels down first. And if you just right-click on the track, it does not work, obviously. So the way that we do that is you have to get next to the track and get at least one block started by holding your shift button, and then you're good to go. So we're going to, and then build off of that. So you're going to have 3 on this side, and then you're going to have 3 on this side, and you can just build it across like that. That works too. And throw some buttons in the middle, and that just gives you some trim. Just like that. Now we're going to grab a block of iron, go 3 blocks and 4 of that. So we're just going to use these for set blocks, and we're going to do that right there. And now we're going to go to your half slabs. We're going to use a quartz half slab on this one, and we're going to build off of here 1, and then go back 3 until it touches the corner of this, and then same thing over here, go over 1 and then back 2. So we have a total of 3. Now we're going to go to our iron again. We're going to skip a block, and then on this block right here, actually we're going to skip 3 blocks, 1, 2, and 3. So let's go up to this rail right here on the 4th rail, squat, and throw a block, and I'll let you look at it again. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to build that back by 4. 2, 3, and 4. Go back to the outside, build it up twice. So you're going to have 2 by 4. Put 2 in front of that, and hang 1 off the back. Do the same thing on this side. Go back by 4. Build it up 2. Whoops, shit, hit the tracks. 1 on the outside, and then 2 on the front. All right, now let's build the back part of the tray. And you're going to skip 2 tracks, 1, 2, and then you're going to go right here. So you can just throw a block in the middle. That helps too. Anywhere but the anvil. Put 3 more black pieces of wool for the tires or the train wheels. Throw some buttons on it. Just like that. And then we're going to build the same thing going this way. So we're going to go back to our iron block. Going to go up 3 and over. And 1 and 3. So we got 1, 2, and 3. So we're on the outside just like that, and these corners touch that, and that's the very first layer, and that's how we start. All right, so the next part, we're going to add our top layer, and this is where you want to add your color. If you want to do the black and yellow, let's look at that real quick. This will be the black layer, and then you put your yellow on top of that. Also too, your cobblestone half slabs, I use the quartz, so this one is going to be yellow, black, and with white trim. So fuck it, that's what we're building. All right, so start with your solid color, whatever you're going to use, and something funky here. Oops, I see what I did. Forgot to go to the outside. All right, now we can go. All right, so we're going to go to our black wool, and we're going to put 6 pieces in, and they're going to go right here. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 in front of that, just like this. And then you're going to grab your another rack fencing, and again on the Xbox, I don't think you can do this. So you're going to have that, and we're going to go back to our black, and we're going to fill it in solid right here, and you're going to go back 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and it's going to stop just above the first iron piece here. All right, when you get right here, this is where you're going to flip over and do your upside down stairs. Again, those on the Xbox, you can probably just put a half slab in here for right now, but I'm going to put the upside down stairs in. This is just to give it some trim. And you're going to go 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then you're going to go back to your solid block just like this, and then you're going to have one more upside down piece right here or a half slab, and then go back to your solid, and finish it off to the back of the train, or the, the engine here, just like that. And you can do the same thing on this side. So when you get to this gap, put your upside down or your slab, go back to your solid. Oops, and then I forgot my middle pieces. Got in a hurry. And back to your solid one more time. And it stops right here. And then just fill this in solid in the middle, and we'll go to the next layer. Alright, so that's what you should have. Now we're going to go to our solid color, or the frame of the truck, the frame of the train. And we're going to go to the front of the engine, which is right here. Again, I didn't really specify which side was which. This is the front here, guys. And we're going to go ahead and cover the whole front of this up. 5 blocks starting from right here. So you can have 1, 2, 3, and I think I'm missing a block right there. Yep. And 4, 5, so it's going to be 5 wide by 5D. 2, 3, 4, 5, and just make that solid. And then go 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And it should stop right here. And then run another one down right there. And then grab another half slab or step. This is where you're going to be inside the train, and you go up into the cabin area. So you can put a little step here or half slab, whatever you want to use. And actually fucked up. These go the other way. Sorry, you can put regular stairs in here. This is where you get on the train. And obviously it's hard to do it from the track area. Because it's setting up higher. But if you put in a train station later on, you can put your decking one deck below that, so you can walk off your deck and right onto the train. Just thought I'd go ahead and throw that in there real quick. All right, so we're going to skip a block just like this and go 5 more, 3, 4, and 5. So you'll have one open on the outside, and you're going to finish off the back of the train, and then you're going to go ahead and put your fence posts in back across the front, and you can connect them here if you want to. And then you're going to connect them across the back. And on this side. Alright, back up here to the front of the train. And we're going to put 3 blocks right in the middle. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to come out here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Same thing on that side. And for trim, I put buttons on mine right across here. You don't have to put them on there, but it gives it a little more something to look at. All right, now we're going to go back over here to the cabin. We're going to put 2 seats in just like that. Grab your black wool, and you're going to put 3 across the front, or whatever you want for your dash. You could use wood or some other material. Doesn't matter. Now go back to your solid color, and you're going to come in by one, and then run this down to where your door is going to be, which is right there and right here. Grab your iron door, or you could use wooden ones, whatever you want to use, it doesn't matter. Just like that, and then finish off the back end. Alright, back to the front of the train, grab your glass, and we're going to put 3 across here, and 3 down the side. 2, 3, right next to the seat. Go back to your color of the train that you're doing, and make a little L pattern just like this. And you can run that solid if you want the full body of the train, but on ours over here we've got a black trim going down the middle, or you could run a red or some other kind of color for trim, and you're going to run that down just before the door. So you're going to stop right here, go back to your solid color, cross over the door, go back to your trim color or your secondary color, and then one piece here, and there. Grab your glass so you can see out the back. And I also did on mine, I did another step in here, and another half slab or a stair. That way you can walk up and look out the back of the train, and then just do the same thing. Trim out the other side, and I switched that block out. Yep, I caught it. And back to our secondary trim. All right, go back to your half slab, whether you're using quartz if you're making this out of white, or you can use that for your trim, your cobblestone, stone half slab or whatever, cobblestone half slab. Cover up the glass. All right, go back to your solid color, and you're going to fill this in. Whoops. Son of a bitch. And you're going to come back here, here, and here. And you're going to leave this open because that's where we're going to put a torch for lighting later. All right, on the back side of the train, you're just going to fill this in. 6 blocks, and then 1, and then 1. And then again, you're going to have a torch in here. So we're going to start a block right there and connect these. Now you're going to take your trim, your half slabs, and that's going to go down the side. Just like that. And then the final one is going to go right here on the top, and that's going to cover up this. Whoops. Damn it. And that is your finished train. Alright, so to go ahead and finish it off on the inside, again, those that are on the PC, you'll be able to do this pretty good. You can put your item frames in the corner, just like you saw earlier in the video, maybe like here or next to the door, and put an item in there like a sword. That's what I had on mine. I'm going to rip this off because I don't feel like fucking with it right now. And then we're going to go inside, and up here I put 3 item frames across the front to make some sort of a like a computer dash system or whatever, and then 1 lever on each side. And then grab your torches and put 1 in here, and then in the back you're going to put 1 in here. And that'll help give lighting inside the train so at nighttime it shows up pretty good. And that's your single engine. The only difference between this and this one here is we're just doing the exact same thing we did on the front on the other side. So if you look at this one over here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces, and then your door, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we go over here and we look at this one, this is the part we just built. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the 7th piece, make your door, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then build the exact same thing that you did over here on this end. So I don't think I really need to go over that part again. Just watch the video again and make the second part. But that gives you the main layout. So all you did was just kind of cut the end off and extend it out and build another side going the other way. And everything's trimmed out the same. And then I just extended this piece here in the middle, so it's just a little bit longer to fill in the gap. And like I said, everything's the same. So let's go ahead and move on to a flat rail car. All right, let's build a flat car. That's really easy. Take an iron bar, and this is where it's going to connect to your train. And on the back of that, put an iron block. And then the first layer was half slabs, and I'm using oak wood slabs, but you can use the spruce or whatever you want. So go ahead and grab your half slabs, and you're going to outline. Whoops. Don't need that one. I'm going to outline that block just like this, put 1 more behind it, and right behind that you can put either a netherrack fence or a regular fence post. So it doesn't matter. Just go ahead and stick that up just like that, and you're going to put your wheels on the outside of that. So you got 1 here and 1 there, and throw a button in the middle. Now you're going to skip a spot, so just go ahead and put a placeholder in for right now, and start your half slabs. Getting tongue twisted up here, guys. Put your half slab in right there, and you're going to start the next run for the bottom of the cart. Oh God, I forgot the other set of fucking wheels. You fucking moron. All right, so behind this first set, you're going to grab another slab, and you're going to put it right here, and another fence post, and stick it off of that. Grab your wheels or your black wool and stick those on each side, and a button, and that's your first set of wheels. Now grab a positional block, one that you're going to destroy. Grab your half slab, and this goes on top. Those on the Xbox, as far as this layer goes, you can just kind of, I guess, skip it and build the next layer right on top of the wheels, and later on come back and trim it out. All right, after that block right here, go back 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and now build the exact same thing back here. So you're going to put a positional block and a fence post, destroy that. Grab your wheels, put it here, whoops, put it there, another half slab off the top, fence post, and then wheels. And put your buttons on the outside, just like that. And also too, kind of half-assed forgot, you can put iron bars in between the wheels just like this to kind of give it a little more something interesting to look at. And I've got a mixed up post back there, but it'll be all right. Won't be able to see it too much anyways. And now you're just going to build the exact same thing that we built up here on this end. So you're going to go back to your half slab, go forward by 1, and then do a U-shaped thingy like this with an iron block and your connector. Now we're going to build the top layer, which is all this is, just solid pieces. All right, so go back to your solid wood, whatever that you chose to use, and 3 wide down the middle, make it solid, starting right here, and just fill it up. Alright, now on the outside is what I did is I turned my stairs upside down for trim. Those on the Xbox, you can use a half slab. It looks just as good. And that's on the top of the block, so I guess you could do it down here on the bottom. Or you can also just go ahead and make it solid for right now, and then put fence posts or some kind of other trimming on the outside. Right here on the corners, I turn the step back around like this so you can step on it from a dock, and then continue running everything upside down all the way down. Just like that, and that's your flat car. You do the same thing on the other side. So right here you got one up and the rest are upside down. Now if you want to turn this into a box car, we could make like a yellow box car. That would be really simple to do. Just go off your corners and go up probably 4 or 5 high, and same thing right here, and then just make it solid. Alright guys, there is your box car. I really haven't fucked around with the box car design. I just kind of threw this together right now. I actually made it 4 high, and for your doors, just find your center, which is 6 blocks off of this step right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just cut a 5 block opening. And I put a darker wood in behind for the doors. You guys can kind of play around with that and, and see what you can come up with. I wasn't going for a freight train in my world at the time, so that's what I come up with. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish up this tutorial. We're going to build the passenger car. I'm going to show you how to connect those, and then we'll take a look at the sleeper car, which is one of these here. And I'll show you just how you change that up on the inside. That's really easy. Alright, so your passenger car is exactly like your flat car. That's why we built that first. The only difference is this is 19 blocks long. Your passenger car is 21, so you're just going to add 2 more sets of blocks, of wooden blocks in the middle to make your flat wooden part. And then the outside, in this particular situation, is in the quartz blocks. So if you're on the PC version, you can use the quartz blocks, turn them upside down, and put them in the corners just like I did here. And then you've got an extra trim block under here and right there, and same thing on the other side, and same thing on the other end. And then in the middle, we've got these are quartz blocks instead of wooden blocks. So if you're on the Xbox and you are in the version where they finally updated it, where you can stick those on the top, you can go ahead and leave them wooden or change them over to cobblestone. You can mess around with this design a little bit, again, to get you a little bit something different, and then use white wool for the outside and just trim it out a little bit different. But this will give you, like I said, the basic layout of the passenger car. So I've already pre-built the first section of it, and on the outside, on the front, so you've got your upside down stairs on the outside, and then your 3 blocks in the middle, which is this, the 1, 2, and 3. These get switched over to your car color, just like that. And again, if you're on the Xbox or whatever and you're upside down, or if you got a solid block in the corner, that's just for the bottom part here. And then this step, of course, gets changed out, and these get changed out along the outside. So all you're doing is trimming out the middle to get a wooden floor, if that's what you want, a wooden floor. And then right up on top of that, you're going to put your first 5 blocks, or 4 blocks rather, and you're going to have an opening here where your door is going to go. And then you're going to skip this first space right here, and you're going to build an L pattern, 1, 2, 3, just like this. And I'll go ahead and build this up now because this will be in the next step anyways, just so you can kind of see what's going on. And I'm going to grab my door, and we're going to throw that in just behind. Whoops, I think it's from the inside. Alright, I had to fuck with my door there to figure out how it went on. Anyways, right in front of your step, you can put your doors in just like this. Just like that. Apparently there was a glitch there. There's already something there. So anyways, go ahead and build the front cabin piece just like that, and then your rear cabin will be right here. Same thing. And I think that picked it up from MC Edit. That's what that is. It picked up the door, but it just didn't show up. And again, you can use wooden doors, or you can use the metal doors. Whatever you think looks better. All right, and then your floor layout is just like this. Just connect it out here with a solid piece, solid blocks on both sides. And then you're going to put a chair, fence post, chair, block. And you're going to do the same thing 4 times. 2, 3, and 4, and it should run into the back of this. If it doesn't, adjust your car so that it does. Start at the front and work your way back, and you may have to slide everything in a little bit. All right, and the next piece is you're going to put in for the windows, and we'll go ahead and grab those. Grab your glass, and as you can see, we got 2 and then a glass, 1 and then a glass. So we've already got the first 2 in, so every other one is now a glass. And it should be sitting right in front of each chair. Just like that, go back to your solid piece, whatever you're using for the color of your car, and then cover it up. So that's the side of your car. Do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so I went ahead and built up the other side by 1, and then connected them in the middle just like that. So now you should have a passenger car that looks like this without a top on it. Alright, so off of this set right here, you're going to put down 3 blocks and then come forward. I had to look by 3, and you're going to cover up this hole down here, and then just connect the middle, and then put glass in for your skylights, just like that. And now you can grab your half slabs and you can trim out on the top just like I've done over here. You can put 2 here and then 3 on the outside, so 2 like that, and then 3, and if you want you can run it down the middle too. Doesn't matter. Again, this is just to give you an idea of how to start it and get a basic design. You can customize this however you want. Oops. And then 3 on the outside, and then don't forget your connectors down here. You got 1 down here, and then you've got 1 on the back where you're going to connect to the other train, and then you're going to have your doors on the inside, and I use metal doors and it's still there, and I put a window on each side just like that. Alright, as you can see on this car here, I put a button on the inside, that way you can get inside your car, and then I put 1 above the door so you can get in from when they're connected, and I'll show you that here. Let me go fly down inside. Alright, and I just put some item frames. You guys can use pictures. You can put torches for lighting inside. Put your buttons to the right of the door, just like that. So they open to the inside, and then just top it off with a pressure plate, and that'll give you like a table. So that's the inside, and then the other side is just exactly the same, and it stops right here. So when you open the door, you'll actually step out on the track. To connect to another one, this is the front of the other train. You're just going to connect here with 2 blocks, and you're going to put 2 glass here and then 2 blocks here, and then make a floor with 6 blocks, and then 2 blocks here, glass, 2 blocks here, and then that should leave you an opening right here on the top where you're going to put some buttons for the doors, and these should be half slabs. Oops, let me get out of here so I can look at it. Get out of here so I can look at it. And where we finished off the other car, where we have these 3 pieces and those 3 pieces, you're just going to go ahead and connect it across. So that connects there, and as you can see, these are solid blocks here with your glass, half slabs on top, and then underneath, this is your floor right here, so you can see the side of your floor ends right there. Originally, I had steps that went across here, and it didn't look quite right, so that's why I have it connected like that. And that is your passenger car, guys. Real simple. The last one that we're going to look at is the berthing one with the sleeping quarters, and this is built the exact same way. The only difference is I took out one side of the skylights, and I put in just above this one here. I did a piece of glass, skipped 1, 3 pieces, skipped 1, 3, skipped 1, 3, skipped 1, and then back to that. That finishes out the skylights, and is what that does is, and I'm gonna open the door here or bust it out, one of the two. I'm gonna bust it out. All right, where you walk in and go into your regular passenger car is still the same. I just put some item frames with some heads on them for the passengers, and then I got 6 blocks. As soon as you walk in, just skip 1 block and put 6, and down the skylighted side, this is how you're gonna traverse from the forward to the aft part of the train. And there's your 6 blocks that you just put up. Go 1, 2, so you're gonna have a total of 9 blocks right here, and then you're gonna have a door with a button above it, and I'll rip that out so we can go in here. And I put an item frame right to the right, and that should make a little cubby hole right here that you can throw a bed down. It's a little cramped, and then your button up here in a picture, but this is the best I could come up with the scale that I was working on, and I really didn't want to whoops, wrong door. And I really couldn't come up with anything else, and this was fine for what I wanted. Again, this will give you a basic idea. There's 9 blocks in between, a door, 9 blocks, a door, and then here's your forward or aft wall. So that's all I did. It's a really simple, basic design. There's nothing real complicated. I left the first piece of glass in here, and again, everything at the other end is exactly the same. And then you put your connectors on if you're going to make a whole bunch of them. And that's it, guys. That's all I've got for my train tutorial, my passenger cars. The design is there. Take it how you want it. Design it how you want it. Add different colors. Those on the Xbox, get a little creative until you get the right updates to continue this tutorial into where we're at right now. Change your fence posts out. Do all kinds of fun stuff to this. This was a really fun design for me to come up with, and I'm going to be building a train station for this further down the road, probably a month or two, and maybe we'll have a tutorial on that. So if you love this video, give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Remember, rate, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. Follow me on Twitter, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.